All right, so this video is going to be more of a just personal story, personal journey. I always talk about how I was unemployed. I never really talk about why it meant so much to me, why I started this business and everything, but I just think it'll be something just to have as documentation almost on YouTube. When I was in my senior year and even in my junior year, I was someone that was very hungry for opportunities to try and better myself, to try and improve, to try and really put myself out there. I always felt like I had a lot of potential, but I always wanted to just win, and really just dominate, and I thought that, I'd have this Cinderella almost journey where I transfer to Clark, I get all this scholarship money, I meet all these people, and I end up going into a super high value company that propels my career, and I become a director and the CEO, and I just have this trajectory. And that's just not how it worked out at all. I had a big ego at the time. I was someone that just thought I was better than a lot of other people. I just thought my mindset was better. And I wanted to show people that I was better by the job that I was going to get. And so when I graduated unemployed, it reset me, right? It just reset me, and it reset the person that I thought I was going to be. I thought I would be valued by the job that I had, right? I thought I would be valued by how much money I was going to make coming out of college, right? And when I graduated unemployed, I had to sit with the fact that I needed to improve, that I made decisions that led me to this point. I chose to not actively search for other jobs other than one place, and that was the place I was interning at. I chose to do that. I had to sit with the fact that happened to me. And it was very difficult, right? It was something that took me a long time to come to grips with, that my value is not just tied to how much money I make, the job that I get, but it's just tied to who I inherently am. And so I wanted to start my business to help other people as well, to help other people realize that their life does not revolve around their job, their employment, how much money they make. And that's why I started coaching students. I started coaching unemployed individuals to be able to help people with that. And I wanted to make this video as a lesson to people that are unemployed, and I want to dedicate my channel to unemployed people. I just feel like there's no one that supports them the way that they should be supported. I just want to make this video as a lesson to say your value is not tied to the job that you have. Your value is not tied to how much money you make. Your value is not tied to anything except who you are. And that's it. You don't have to be the best provider in the world to be valued. You know what I mean? And you have to recognize that in order to get past this period of unemployment. That's what I had to come to grips with, right? I'm someone that has went through a lot of journey within my own business. I'm someone that's going through a long journey with my YouTube channel, right? And I have to realize that value is not tied to what you produce. It's just tied to you in general. And once you realize that, you will realize you will have better interviews, you will have a better success when you're looking for a job, because you will know your value when you're talking to employers, and you will be able to speak to it well. So I hope this helps someone out there. And I just hope that you're able to understand where I'm coming from. I literally was just someone that was so ego driven. I just wanted to dominate. I just wanted to say I'm better than you. I have a better job than you, in my head, of course. And yet, when I graduated unemployed, it had to set me down a level. And now that I am employed, I don't think I'm better than someone that's unemployed. I just think that I had the luck that went my way. And, it doesn't have anything to do with my skills or not. It has everything to do with my luck, right? You can be the most skilled person and be unemployed, and you can be the most unskilled person and be employed, right? So it has nothing to do with you and your value. It has everything to do with how you're positioned in the market, how big your network is, how useful are the skills that you have compared to the people you're talking to, right? It has to do with more things outside of your control than in your control. But there is one thing you can always control, one thing, and that is your perception of yourself. When you have full mastery over the perception of yourself, that is where you'll see the biggest gains in your life. I can tell you, I've never been happier. I sat here, I have to go bald, for example, right? And it's not a problem for me because I have control of my perception. I don't view myself negatively because I lost my hair, right? I don't view myself negatively because I don't have a million subscribers on YouTube, right? It's just something that I'm building up towards, right? You have to detach your value from your productivity. You have to detach your value from your accomplishments and your achievements and just be okay with being you. And once you're okay with being you, you will actually have more leverage than most people in this world. Thanks for listening. Make sure you stay in scope.